Hey guys, today we're going to solve radical inequalities. So the 4 steps we need to do this are to first determine the allowable values for the radicand, then solve the related equation, check for extraneous solutions, and then test points to determine the solution of the inequality. We're going to solve this inequality. The square root of 2x is less than or equal to x minus 4 by each step. So we first need to determine our allowable values for the radicand. The way we do this is taking what is inside any of the roots and setting it equal, greater than or equal to 0. The reason we can do this is because we cannot take the square root of a negative number and have a real solution. So we want to find all of the values that we can plug in that will give us a real solution. So I am taking 2x, which is what is inside my radicand, which is inside my radical, is greater than or equal to 0. I'm solving for x. To get x is greater than or equal to 0. This is going to come into play later on. Step 2, I'm now switching that inequality sign to an equal sign and solving for x. So I am squaring both sides to get rid of my isolated radical. I have 2x is equal to x minus 4 squared is the same thing as x squared minus 8x plus 16. Since I have a power higher than 1, I am moving all of my terms to one side and factoring. I have x squared minus 10x plus 16. I need to think of two numbers that multiply to 16 and add to negative 10, and I get negative 8 and negative 2. I then am in factored form as x minus 8 times x minus 2 is equal to 0. To get my two solutions, I said x minus 8 is equal to 0 and get x is equal to 8. X minus 2 is equal to 0. X is equal to 2. Step 3, I need to check for extraneous solutions. So I'm taking my two solutions that I just found during step 2 and plugging it into this equation. Is the square root of 2 times 8 equal to 8 minus 4? 2 times 8 is 16. Is the square root of 16 equal to 4? Yes, it is. Now try 2. The square root of 2 times 2 equal to 2 minus 4. 2 times 2 is 4. The square root of 4 equal to negative 2. When we are solving radical equations, we only take the positive square root. So is 2 equal to negative 2? No. 2 is not one of my solutions. My only solution is x is equal to 8. To then determine where the solution of the inequality is, we need to test points on either side of x is equal to 8. So I'm picking 0 and I am picking 10. To plug into my original inequality. So the square root of 2 times 0 is less than or equal to 0 minus 4. Is the square root of 0 less than or equal to negative 4? Is 0 less than or equal to negative 4? No. That side is not going to work. Then we need to test x is equal to 10. The square root of 2 times 10 less than or equal to 10 minus 4. Is the square root of 20? Is the square root of 20 less than or equal to 6? The square root of 20 is about 4.47, which is less than 6. So what we're saying is the right side of 8 is true, the left side of 8 is not. During step 1, we said that our domain of this inequality is x is greater than or equal to 0. We now need this to determine our end solution. So I'm graphing my domain. I'm graphing my solution. We can be equal to 8 and greater than 8. Where do our two solutions overlap? X is greater than or equal to 8.